What's up, people? Today I'm going to show you how to install a Blackvue dash cam. Everything you need to know from the time you open up the package to getting it mounted on your windshield, installing it in your vehicle, downloading the correct app, going through your settings, all the things that you need to know to get this thing up and running. So if this is your first time, I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. It's a very easy setup, but if you've never done this, it could be a little difficult learning. So let's just follow along. The very first thing I need you to do before you open up your box is head on over to the App Store. Whether you have an iPhone or Android, I want you to head over to the App Store and download the app that you need. So we're going to do that now. Let me start the screen recording. Over here in the corner of your screen, you're going to head over to the App Store. We're going to click on that. You're going to go to Blackvue. It's Blackvue. You're going to see this app up here at the top that pops up. You see it says open for mine since it's already downloaded. You're going to download that app. That's the very first thing you need to do before you even open up your package. Next, we're going to open up the app. You're going to register an account with Blackvue.com. Get all your login information first. Open up an account with Blackvue, and then once you are done doing that, now we're going to head on over and open up our dash cam. All right, so today we're using a 4K DR900X 2-channel plus, as you can see here, for our demonstration. I'm going to open up the package. The first thing you're going to notice is the two cameras right here. You got your large barrel camera, that's for the front. Then you have the little small one, that's for your rear. Okay. Here in the top left-hand corner of your screen on the box, that is all your information. That contains your password. It's got the serial number, the SSIC. Password is the most important one, and cloud code. Okay, so you're going to need that information later. You're going to take this package out, and underneath you're going to see that you have a manual right here. All right, and then another package, another box. You're going to slide that out. It's got little things for your fingers to slide that out, and this box is going to contain your cables, your wire guides, your SIM card, or your not your SIM card, but your SIM card post. Everything that you need is in here. We're going to open that up here in a second. But here it's got your quick start guide. Okay, you can go through this. It's a very, very intuitive guide. It's got all your information, diagrams, pictures, everything that you need to know step by step. Okay. So the first thing I told you to do is download the app. I'm going to register the app. Now you have an account with Blackvue. Now you have to connect this camera. Before you do anything, before you go any further, we want to connect this camera. We're going to add it to your account. We want to connect this camera to the app. So let's open up that box that had the cables in it. There should be two bags in here. Here's the first bag. You're going to need this one. This one has the cigarette lighter cable. We're going to need that one to start. This cable here is for the rear facing camera. Okay, put that off to the side. And then last, actually there's another. This right here is if you want to hardwire your dash cam. We're going to put this off. We're not going to be doing that today. And then again, you have your SD card. If you ordered whatever one you ordered is inside here. You have your little wire guide. You have extra 3M tape. If you remove your dash cam, put it in another vehicle. And you also have this tool for tucking it, a trim tool for tucking it around your headliner. So this is what we need you to get out first. Okay, take this out. We're gonna undo this little wire tie. You guys can follow along. The first thing we're gonna do is add this camera to my app. So I'm going to slide that off, right? Take off the cover. You can take the plastic off too, since you're going to be installing it. This protective plastic goes around. You definitely want to remove this plastic that goes all the way around because it's closing up the vents for this particular camera, and you definitely want that removed. You can also take the mount off if you'd like by pressing this button here, sliding it right out. Okay. Now, there are two places for registering. On the box and on the barrel of the dash cam itself. You can see the little QR code, see that? And also the password and information that I just showed you in the box is always located on the barrel of your dash cam. So if you don't have the box with you and you need to get the password, it's right here. I suggest that you write the password down. That's what I'm going to do right now. Before we move on, we're going to write this password down. It'll make it a lot easier for us. All right. Excuse me, I have to put my reading glasses on. What is that? Yankee, Mike, 7695. 7695. Got it. Okay. Yankee, Romeo, Mike 7695. All right. Once you have your password written down, and you have this, you can put your, you want to put this back on. You can just slide it in. It'll click. And it goes in this way. You see where the gold ring is? All right, that's the angle you want to push it in. It'll click. You can rotate it, all right, without the use of the button. She'll click, and she'll stay in place too. All right. So, take your wire, plug one end into a cigarette lighter. Take your other end, okay? It goes right there in this hole. Before we do this, make sure you put an SD card in. Now, this camera already comes with an SD card. I'm going to show you that right here. You can see the SD card is already installed. You can pop that out if you'd like and install a larger capacity one. I believe this is 32 gigabytes to get started. That's fine for this demonstration. If you'd like one of the cards that I recommend, I use a 128 gigabyte Samsung card. I'll have a link for that down in the description. Or a 256 gigabyte Samsung card, which I've started using in my DR750X. We'll cover that also. The links will be down in the description. Those are the alternate SD cards that I recommend for use with these cameras. You can slide this back over, press it like that, and you're just going to put that right in, just like this. All right, now the camera's going to boot up. You see right there, you can see the lights coming on. Listen. I don't know if you heard that. It was the audio was very low. It said Blackvue for your safe driving, starting normal recording. That's the first thing you should hear, unless it is formatting the SD card. If you put in a brand new SD card, it'll say formatting SD card, do not turn off the camera until it's done, etc. But now it's actually running. The camera is on. And there's a reason why we want you to add the camera to your app first. It's for installation, all right? So now that we have the camera powered up, you have your SD card in, and if you need directions on how to format a brand new SD card, if the camera doesn't do it itself, you can press and hold this button here for 5 seconds. It will format the SD card. I'll show you how to do that. Or you can do it on your computer. I have videos. I'll have all the links down in the description of this video for certain aspects of how to do different things that we don't cover specifically in this one. But this is just for getting started. The camera is running. It's connected. It's powered up. Now we need to connect to your app. So, in the corner of your screen, I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's start the screen recording. All right. You're going to press connect the camera with the Wi-Fi signal. So we're going to press that now. Top right-hand corner, you see the little plus sign? I'm going to press that. It's going to ask you seamless pairing supported models or Wi-Fi only models. Older models from Blackvue are, they still have the Wi-Fi ones. I believe this is seamless pairing, and seamless pairing is easy. Watch, we're going to press next. Yep, it found the camera, the 900X Plus. We're going to click on that one. And now all you're going to do is right here where it says wave in front of this. Watch, listen. You hear that beep? And you see what it did? It connected. So you'll have an opportunity here to change the name. You can change the name of the camera. This camera is now connected to your app. You're ready to go. You can change it to whatever name you want. I'm not going to do that. We're going to click OK. Firmware update available. I suggest you do this. We're going to do that right now. Update firmware. Wi-Fi is not connected. Do you want to still continue? Yes. Download the new firmware for this camera. All done. Click continue. Click join. Basically, the app is now reconnecting to this particular camera, and it's going to upload the new firmware. Okay, here we go. It's sending the firmware to the camera, and I'll show you what it does when it does that. You can see on the back, lights blinking white. Once this thing is actually installing the firmware, these lights are going to go all crazy. They're going to flicker back and forth. We're doing this in real time. I want to show you how long it takes, and so you can follow along. I don't want to do edits and cuts, so I know this video is going to be long, but it's for the beginner. I was new, just like you, years ago, trying to install these. I had no resources. There weren't many people online when Blackvue was new to the game. I absolutely love these cameras. Oh, firmware update failed. All right, well, let's connect to the camera. So in your screen, as you can see, for whatever reason, the firmware failed. The bottom camera, the 900X Plus, this one, we're going to connect to that. Click join. Blackvue for your safe driving. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't let it boot up, so I have to do that again. So let's do this again. Click that, click join. You may run into some issues like this your first time, so I want to show you how to troubleshoot this. There we go. We're connected to the camera. It's going right into the actual video files that it's already connected. So we want to go to the top right-hand corner with the three little dots and click on that. Then you see where it says Remote Firmware Update, and it says New. Press that. Connect to internet. Your phone must be connected to the internet to upgrade to new firmware. So we are going to make sure, yep, we're connected. Click OK. You make sure we're connected to the internet. Let's back out for a second. Yep, we're connected to the internet. All right. Please connect to the internet. Oh. All right. We will get to this here in a second. Let's open up the camera. Let's show you how to just get this installed. We'll do the update of the firmware here in a minute. All right. So the camera's connected to the app. As you can see, all the lights are on in the back, right? Down at the bottom right-hand corner, it says Live View. This is what you're going to do. A couple of things I want to point out, though, is you could turn the Wi-Fi on and off right here with the press of this button. Watch, listen to this. Wi-Fi off, okay? And on the back, it's blinking. The Wi-Fi is turning off. We're going to turn that back on here in a second. Once it's turned solid. Here we go. Wi-Fi on. Wi-Fi's turning back on. Another thing on the side here where you actually paired the camera by pressing here, if you wave your hand in front of this, we'll turn the audio off to the camera. So be very careful when you're installing this or touching your camera, because you may not get any audio later on when you go to download a file. You'll be like, what happened? Why is there no audio? You inadvertently put your finger in front of the screen. Now, what I'm going to do is, it's still running over here, so we're going to click join because I've turned the Wi-Fi off. We're reconnecting, but I want to show you that, demonstrate that here in a second. Okay, now listen.
Starting audio recording.
Starting audio recording by swiping your finger in front of this portion right here. You could turn on and off the audio. So let's say you're driving in the car, you know the dash cam's on, you're having a very private conversation that you may not want put on the on your dash cam for whatever reason. You can just swipe your finger. Maybe you don't want to record any audio. You can just swipe in front of that and do it to turn it back on. Now, installing this on your windshield, All these steps are leading us up to the first time we're mounting this. Okay, we got the tape on still. What you need to do is click Live View, bottom right hand corner of the app, click Live View. All right, and as you can see, we are live viewing over here in your app. It's live viewing. There's a reason why I do this. For every dash cam is first connect it to the app, go into live view, because when you go to mount it on your windshield, keep using Wi-Fi, watch. See how you don't want it to be crooked. You want to get it pressed up against the glass, adjust the barrel, right? If you have an alcohol marker that you can wipe off your glass, I suggest getting an alcohol marker, and I'll have it with me, right? Mount this on your windshield, press it up, don't take the sticker off. Get it right where you want it to go, and you're like, okay, right there. Press and hold with one hand, use the alcohol marker, and draw a little L-shaped angle where you want to have the camera mounted. While you have this pressed up against your windshield, and it's perfect, and you exactly where you want it centered, take an alcohol marker, if you have one, or a piece of tape, mark it here and here. So when you do take off this tape, and you go back up to remount it, you want to follow your lines in your guide, and you want to put it right on there, because once you mount this tape's not coming off. It's going to be very difficult to remove, and it's a real headache if you get it crooked. So that's how I mount mine. I do it in live view, and what you can do is if you turn your camera sideways, you'll get the full HD view of the camera. You can mount it in front of you. I always put it up on the windshield, and I watch the camera as I'm mounting it wherever I like it, and that's where I'm going to mount it. Okay, so next step. We've got the camera mounted. I'm just going to simulate that by leaving the camera up there. Camera's mounted. Great. Now we're going to go into the settings. Before we actually tuck the wires in, your camera's ready to go. It's already recording. You can drive down the road. Everything is good to go. The wires aren't tucked yet. You haven't gotten that far. But you could start driving, and the camera, the front camera, is already connected, ready to go. We'll get to installing the rear camera here in a minute, but right now, if you want it to drive, your camera's mounted, it's plugged in. Every time the vehicle turns on and it gets power, the camera's going to power up. It'll say Blackvue for your safe driving, and starting, basically. But let's go into some settings. The audio on this thing's very low. You may not like it low. You want it louder, so we're going to back out. Okay, we're in the screen where all of the apps are being saved. We'll do a test download. If you'd like to download an app, let's show you how to do that now. The very top one, we haven't changed the date or time and anything, but we're going to click on the very top file here. It's going to ask you for quick play, low resolution. This is great when you connect over the cloud. It's very low resolution. It's faster to view. Or original file for full download. We're going to click original file. Now we're going to click OK. It is going to play that file. All right. Everything that we did, audio or not, it's going to sit there and repeat everything that we just did. If you like that file and that's the file you want, in the top right hand corner of your screen, you're going to press download. It's going to download that file to the app. Great, click OK. Now we have the app, or the file downloaded to the phone. How can we view it? So we're going to back out again. We're going to click the top left-hand corner now, where it says cameras, and we're going to click home. Right there it says downloaded videos. You want to click that long bar, it says downloaded videos. And in the very top, right, you're going to see where it says the file, the last file you downloaded will be at the top there. You want to click on the right, move down to where it says share, and then we're going to click on save video. Now, for first-time beginners, when you do this, it's going to ask you for your phone's permissions for being able to download photos and videos files. You're going to click OK for that. For me, mine's already ready to go. But then if I want to back out, I can go to my photos, open it up, and there it is. There is the file that I just downloaded, okay? All right, let's back out of that, reopen our app again. We're back in our app. All right, let's go to settings. So we need to go back into the camera. Go to connect camera, because we're still in a Wi-Fi of the camera. We're still directly connected to the camera. There's a big misconception about cloud versus the Wi-Fi feature. Each Blackvue dash cam comes with its own built-in Wi-Fi, and as long as you're within range of that camera and it's on, you can connect to that camera directly. The cloud is for connecting over the internet through the cloud, the LTE function with a SIM card. We'll cover that here in a second. But while you're in the vehicle or you're very close to the vehicle, you want to use connect to camera. You're going to connect the camera. Again, we're going to go to the 900X Plus that we just added with the little red dot there. We want to go right in the settings. So we can do it two ways. We can connect on the camera and open it up, or we can connect the three dots here on the right, and down it'll say settings. So we're going to click on settings. We're going to click join. There we are. We're in firmware settings. We're going to click on firmware settings. And we'll start with basic. And click on basic. How do we want the time to be recorded? So we can do manual time editing. That's toggled on and off. We can sync with GPS time. That's how I use it. And time zone, you can click on whatever time zone you're in, etc. I'm just randomly doing it because I forget which one we are. And daylight savings time, you can also click on daylight savings time, and then you can back out. So when you back out, anytime you make a change to your settings and you back all the way out, it'll show you, it'll say rebooting. But what we're going to do is we're going to go down to video next. Image quality is on the highest quality. You can see when you click on it, it'll give you image quality. Highest, extreme, highest, high, and normal. We're going to stay on extreme. Back out of video. We're going to go down to recording now. We're going to click on recording. And it's got parking mode. You can change how parking mode is recorded. We'll cover that also. Parking mode is when the camera is powered after the vehicle is off using, let's say, a parking mode battery. I'll discuss that later. But for parking mode, how do you want the camera to record when the vehicle is off and it's sitting, whether it's draining directly from your vehicle or a parking mode battery? You want to set that up. I have it set to time lapse. I don't like time lapse. We're going to go to we'll leave time lapse for now. Voice recording, yes, we want that on. We want GPS location recording, date and time display, speed unit. It comes, since it's made overseas, it comes with kilometers. Here in the United States, you can switch that over to miles per hour or display off. Lock event files. In case you want to lock any event file that happens, like somebody bangs into your car while it's parked or you're driving and you don't want the camera to overwrite that, click on that button right there, and anything that gets locked or registers as an event will not get overwritten. I don't do that personally, and I'll tell you why. We talked about the cloud. We're going to discuss that further later on in the video. Every event can go to your cloud account, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you get a 256 gigabyte SD card, it'll last until the next day before it starts to overwrite. And what you can do is, once you open up the car, you turn it on, your camera starts, it'll tell you impact detected, or there was an event that happened. You can go and search it. All right, sorry, the camera turned off. We're starting it again. Front camera rotation. Let's say you want to use the front camera for like a cab type thing. Turn it in. You rotate the barrel backwards. It's technically upside down. You would click on that button, and it would rotate the picture. It would flip it over. Same thing with rear camera orientation. It's by default facing out, but if you wanted to have it facing in from the rear, you would want to flip that over. So let's back out. Okay, let's go down to sensitivity. Next one we're going to check in sensitivity. G sensor for normal driving. I turn normal driving all the way down, because if you hit a bump, it's going to register an event. You don't want to do that while you're just driving down the road. Trust me, when you get in an accident, it's going to record it. I turn this all the way down, front and back, sides, all that. I turn mine almost all completely off for normal mode. I don't want anything, we'll just put it on 1. I don't want anything like a regular pothole or something to register in this event. So I put it all the way down for, that's normal mode, okay? Back out. G sensor, your sensor for parking mode. Now, I have mine almost all the way up in opposite, because I want every little thing to happen. If somebody's messing with my car, bumps into it, I want to record every little event while it's parked, because even the slightest thing that somebody does to it, I want to pick up. And unfortunately, that will also pick up loud mufflers, a bus driving by, etc. So we'll back out of that. And then motion detection. Check this out. So while in parking mode, you can set up your camera for zones. So ours, we just have it mounted here, right? All those little blue dots. If you want to record motion in any section of that area, you just click on the box. Now, once the little blue disappears, you are recording in or out of that, just like so, okay? And then the same thing with motion detection. You have sensitivity bar. We go high with that one too. We want to record all motion in and around the vehicle. Back out of sensitivity. Let's go to system. Okay. Proximity sensor. Let's click on proximity sensor. Yep, for voice recording, you can turn that off. That's the proximity sensor, is this portion right here. It's parking mode off because I picked it up, but that's your proximity sensor. You can dictate what that does, whether it's off or it does your voice on or voice off. So if you don't want to accidentally bump it, you can actually turn that off in your settings. That's your proximity sensor. A voice guidance volume, we're turning that all the way up. Click on voice. We can do power on, starting, normal, recording. All these different things that will announce with your dash cam. You can choose which ones you want to announce, which ones you don't. Back out of that. Scheduled reboot, leave that alone. Okay, you want this camera to reboot, and it helps the camera. Okay, there's also it's good for keeping the SD card from locking up. Keep that on a scheduled reboot for like formatting and stuff. I would leave that alone. You could schedule the time. Speed alerts, you could have all that. Hard acceleration, hard braking, low voltage cutoff timer, user text overlay. Now let's back out of system. And here's Wi-Fi. Okay, now we click on Wi-Fi. Login credentials. Okay, when you click on login credentials, it's going to give you the login credentials for the camera. This is where you can change the password. All right, we're going to click on the eyeball to view this particular camera's password. You can change that. This is where login credentials for the camera itself you can change, and that's for direct logging in Wi-Fi wise. You can change it to whatever you want. You can rename it at the top by just clicking on it, rename it, click on the password, etc. We're just going to click cancel because we're not messing with that. Wi-Fi band, okay, 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz. You could change which band, etc. I'm going to back out of Wi-Fi. Cloud. This is the big one. This is where people confuse direct Wi-Fi and cloud. So cloud covers a couple of things. We want to enable the cloud service, and we want to cloud service hotspot settings. That can include your home network sitting in front of the house, like I'm sitting right now. You want to click on that. It's going to give you 3 slots, okay, to add your Wi-Fi, direct Wi-Fi, or your cloud settings, excuse me. We're letting this open up now. I don't know why it's taking so long to open. Normally it shouldn't do this. It shouldn't boot, but I'm doing this all in real time with here we go. All right. So the very first one is you want to click on hotspot name. There's nothing showing up. Available hotspot list. Click on that to. Something should pop up. Don't know why it's not showing any Wi-Fi signals. There should be a list right below this showing you all the different Wi-Fi signals that are nearby. Yeah, it's still not doing it. That's weird. Let me see if I hold the camera up a little bit. Or phone over here. Let's press it again. I'm pretty sure I'm close enough to the house that it should connect, but maybe not. We'll see. When you're really close to your home network, like parked in your garage, it should pick it up. I don't know why, if there's some interference or if my home Wi-Fi just rebooted. Interesting. It's not showing up. I'm not getting any hotspot signal. Okay, well, I'm going to have to explain this anyway. So right there in the box in the bottom, seen here with an arrow, you'll have a list of different Wi-Fis to choose from. You would normally, I don't know why it's not picking up mine, you would click on your home network coming from your house, like if you're parked in your garage or in your driveway. And then you're going to put in your information, your password. All right. When you click on that, it'll give you the SSID. It'll tell you the name at the top. Right here will be the name of that Wi-Fi, whatever you clicked on. Your password for that particular Wi-Fi goes there. Then you're good. Then just move on to the next one. If you have two different signals coming out of your house, you know, a 2.4 gigahertz and a 5, you want to add both of those. You can leave the third one open. Your car, when it's parked in the driveway or close to your network, if it's close enough, will automatically connect to the closest one. All right. That's for when you're parked at home and you're close enough to that Wi-Fi signal. This isn't over the cloud yet. This is just for this cloud close to your house. I'm going to explain purchasing a portable Wi-Fi device here in a second. But for whatever reason, my signal's not strong enough today to reach out here, which is unusual because usually I can get it across the street, but for whatever reason, it's not showing. We'll try one more time before we move on. Nope, I'm not getting anything in the box. I don't know why. Well, we'll back out. We'll come back to that. All right, back out. We did cloud. Yep, we already did the cloud. And language, of course, whatever language you speak would go there. And then we're going to click save. Now, this is going to reboot your camera. Watch. Should reboot your camera. I don't know. Maybe I think we're not connected to this dash cam right now. That's probably what happened. Yep, I think that's what happened. I think we got bumped out of this thing. So we'll connect to it real fast again. I think that's what happened is I inadvertently, I'm too close to my home network and I was bumped out of my camera. Let's join the camera. You can also put the Wi-Fi information for your camera directly in Wi-Fi. We'll do that here in a second. There we go. Top right hand corner, click on settings, firmware settings. Like I said, I think sensitivity, everything should be the same. Wi-Fi, login credentials, we don't need that. Hold on. Cloud, there we go. There we go. Now it's showing. Now we have a list. I'm going to do my home network right here. I'm going to put in my password, which I have to block out. Good. Click save. Now it's connected to my home network. We're going to back out. Let's go to system real quick. Volume is all the way up. Proximity. Yeah, everything is still good. Just want to make sure nothing changed. Basic, video, time. Yep, we're good. So we're going to back out. Click save. Settings have been changed. All right. Now we need to go to cloud. So let's click on formatting SD card. So whenever you make a change, I don't know if you can hear that. It's telling you that it's formatting the SD card. Everything is changing. All the settings that we put in with audio, the Wi-Fi, the camera is now rebooting. It's formatting. See, this does take some time. Usually when people make videos like this, they edit it and just show you all the quick and easy. But I'm showing you how it takes, you know. And if you encounter any of these little glitches that I'm encountering, it's not really a glitch. It's just sometimes like with the Wi-Fi, it doesn't pick it up. But let's see if we can connect to the camera again. Join. Yep, there we go. No videos yet because it just rebooted. So we're going to put this down. All right, let's see. Let's go into live view. Yep, we're still live viewing. Back out. I'm going to back all the way out. We're going to go into the cloud settings. Click home. Actually, you know what? In the top, if you notice where it has my, I have it blurred out, but you can see where it has my email, right? When we click on that, I'm not connected to the internet. I don't know why it's saying that. We're going to click on home. And right here where it says connect to cloud, this is where we're going to connect to the cloud. So before we do that, you have to understand that you're going to need a Wi-Fi, a portable Wi-Fi plan. Blackvue offers one. You can get the with this model camera, you can get the module that plugs into this camera that has the SIM card slot that you can put it in. I recommend getting this camera here. As you can see, this is my camera that I use from Blackvue. It's the DR750S 2-channel plus LTE. Because with this camera, on the barrel where I showed you where the password was, there is an actual SIM card slot, okay? You can actually insert a SIM card in there. So if you're here in the United States, either AT&T or T-Mobile, you have to understand that that SIM card has to be active. So let's say you go to AT&T like I did and say, I need a portable Wi-Fi plan. All right, we're going to turn this off here for a second. I need a portable Wi-Fi plan. They're going to say, what device? You're not purchasing a device. If you have a device, good. That device that you use with that little SIM card in it, and it has a name and password for it, for your account, you need to remember that. But you can go in any AT&T store or T-Mobile or use Blackvue service and tell them that you want a portable Wi-Fi plan. You can do pay-as-you-go, but you need to get an active micro SIM card. It's going to go into the camera. If you have a camera that's a 750, for example, with the 900, you're going to have to use the module. Or you can connect your camera to a portable Wi-Fi device. All right. If you have a portable Wi-Fi device, and I'm not talking about your vehicle's Wi-Fi, I'm talking about a portable Wi-Fi device, or you went and got the active SIM card and you placed it in your camera. In this settings that we're going to go over cloud settings, we're going to show you how to set that up. All right, let's start a screen recording so you guys can follow along. We're going to open up our Blackvue app over here in the corner of your screen. Now you want to click connect to cloud. Click on that button. It's going to show you the camera that I already have connected to the cloud. So you remember when we showed you how to put your settings in here, your home network? That's the cloud network. If your car's parked in your garage or close enough to your house and it's connected, it'll automatically connect to that Wi-Fi. This is how you connect from being away from the vehicle. You would connect this way. It'll be blue. You'll have to add that camera by clicking the plus sign. Just because you have an app doesn't mean it's going to just automatically show up. But I can connect to my camera that's connected to the cloud, the one that I've already have installed. And now I've got camera, cloud, live. Click on cloud, live cloud updates, live event updates. You can clear all those out. I'm going to back out. I want to show you. Click on the little 3 dots. Cloud connection settings. All right, you see where it says cloud connection settings. Now, it's going to give you a few options here. Blackvue SIM card, which Blackvue offers. Third-party SIM card, which I have. Or a Wi-Fi hotspot, like your portable Wi-Fi hotspot. Third-party SIM card, I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to click next. Click join. Should give me the option to change my settings. Retrieving SIM information. There we go. Now I have to blur mine out. My IMEI number's blurred out. My SIM ID, everything, my phone. When you want to click on adding your information here, if you went to AT&T, you would click on the box that says phone, scroll down to AT&T, add that. Your username. Your username is the account username for that portable Wi-Fi plan, okay? And then your password is also the password for that portable Wi-Fi plan. You have to put in the username and password for the plan that you purchased at AT&T or T-Mobile or even Blackvue, all right? We're just going to cancel. We're not going to use that. We're going to back out. But that's how you add that portion of it. And then when you are away from your vehicle, it'll automatically connect to the cloud, okay, over your plan. And you can start viewing, live viewing in, kind of like what I did. So live viewing, we'll go back to home. It's no different than connecting to the app. Same direct Wi-Fi. I can do the same thing. We're going to connect, join. And when I say live view, I'm saying to actually view right through the camera, all right? I know this video is going to be long, but I'm hoping that anybody that's watching this will pick up on some things that they may have missed from people that edit and block it out. Live view, bottom right-hand corner, where it says live view, like we showed you earlier on how to set it up. You can do that over the cloud from anywhere in the world if you have a Wi-Fi plan. Park your car, it connects to the cloud via your SIM card or your portable Wi-Fi, whatever you've chosen. And guess what? Now you can actually check your camera live. Let's say you get a notice on your phone, it says impact detected. You get a push notification on your phone. You can live view in within seconds to see what's going on. All right? If you have any questions, I know some of this may be confusing if you're brand new. If you have any questions, ask me down in the comment section. I will be happy to work with you on setting this up. Just trying to go over a lot of these details that I already know in a manner in which I think that you'll be able to follow along, okay? Now, remember when we set this camera up and we got it mounted? It's in your brain, remember, it's on your windshield already. Where are you going to wire this? Where are you going to run your wires? That depends on what type of vehicle you have. We'll turn off our screen recording here for a second. If you have a Jeep Wrangler, watch one of the videos that I have linked down in the description of my video of how I wire this. I can show you how to fuse tap it directly for your parking mode battery, etc. Tucking it around your headliner, even in the back, as you can see over my shoulder. I have another camera that's normally a front-facing camera. I have a 3-channel setup in the rear. I have videos that will be linked in the description that you can check out on how to do that, but it's going to be dependent upon your vehicle. If you just want to have this wire hanging down from your dash, plugged in, you don't want to go any further other than turn on your car. This thing has a SIM card. It's connected to your app, and you want to go, then go. You're ready to go. This dash cam will power up every time the vehicle gets power. If you want to go more in depth, you want a cleaner look, you want to tuck it, watch a video, Google where to install a dash cam in the particular vehicle that you have. Okay, that's important. If you have a Ford or a Hyundai, or I'm looking at a Ford Fusion in front of me, or a Chevy Tahoe, any type of vehicle, you want to say where to install dash cam in Chevy Tahoe, Ford Fusion, all right? Or just figure it out on your own. The basic thing is to tuck this along the headliner. You're going to have to see where you can tuck it to work it to get it out of your way, all right? That's going to fall on you to do that. I really can't show you how to do it other than how I did it in my Trackhawk and in the Rubicon that we're sitting in now. And we also did it in the Wagoneer. So you're going to have to get rid of those. But once you do, let's see, where's that other... Let me show you how to connect the rear dash cam now. All right. Now, if you look, this is the cable for the rear dash cam. One of these says, I don't know if that's it. Front and rear. One should have an F on it. Okay. This bend one right here, this is for the front of the dash cam. This is for the rear. That's going to be this camera here. Take it out of the packaging, right? Remove the cap. What you're going to do is you're going to put this portion here. You're going to do the same thing you did live viewing with the back, or with the front, with the back, before you mount it on the glass. You're going to connect it. I'm going to show you how to do that, but you just press it in like so. You run that rest of the wire all along the headliner all the way up to the front. And we're going to just plug this in and just show you how to switch between the two real quick. Oh, real fast. I do want to show you that it's pretty obvious, but this gold piece goes here, right there in the antenna one, until it snaps in. Should look just like that when you're done. All right. And we're going to turn the camera. You can't see it, but we're going to just turn it facing in. Let's go back to the app and show you how to switch between front and rear when you're live viewing in. So let's get the screen recording going. 1 second. All right, start the screen recording. Okay, you guys can follow along over here on your left. We're going to connect the camera again because we're in the vehicle. We're not over to cloud settings. We're going to connect the camera. All right, we're going to go to the 900 plus, the one with the little red dot. Click join. Wait for this to open. There we go. Now what you're going to see is both, it's going to say front and rear in the top. But you want to click on live view. I'll show you how to switch between them. Click live view. You see up there on the left, when you tap on the screen, anywhere, how it just keeps coming on front, rear. Click on rear. It'll switch between cameras. Now, I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. It's the rear camera is now facing me. Okay, right here. I have this all wired up. Rear camera. Oh, audio recording is off. Let me put that back on. There we go. All right. You can switch between cameras quickly just by tapping anywhere on the screen. Anywhere on the screen and click front or rear. It'll switch. Same thing in cloud setting. You can switch between your front and rear camera. In some instances, if you purchase a 3-channel dash cam, Blackvue makes a 3-channel dash cam. If you're like a Uber, Lyft, cabbie, or a fleet owner, one for facing out, one for facing the rear, and actually a camera with infrared facing inside. You'll have the option to switch between all three. You can do this either directly to the camera in the vehicle, or, like I said, over the cloud. Nothing changes, just depends on how you want to connect. We're going to back out. I'm going to show you that the front and rear are now being recorded. So you can see on the icon what type of camera was being recorded. So it says front, and right below that will be rear. So your front and rear will be next to each other. It'll be front, rear, all the way down. As the rear starts to record too, you'll have them all timestamped the same all the way down. So when you download the front at, let's say 1503, you can see 1503.51 for the front and 1503.51 right here for the rear. The same time it's being recorded and timestamped. Okay. Same thing with wiring your rear dash cam. You're just gonna have to figure it out, tucking along the headliner, looking up videos for your particular car and where you want to get rid of the wire. Okay, but this is just how to get everything set up. I think I covered how to download the clips. We showed you how to do that, how to connect to the cloud, where to install the micro SIM card. I touched on it. If you purchase a DR750X 2-channel LTE Plus, like the one I have in the front here, this one has it built in. You can see in this picture here, it shows you where your micro SIM card goes, or you could buy the CM module, the CM-100 module that plugs into this other port here, right? You can see it in there. That's where the SIM card module would go, and you would mount that up on your windshield. You can plug it in there, put the SIM card in there, and then you can have your camera have the SIM ready to go, to swap between direct Wi-Fi from home, or when you're on the road, it'll automatically switch over to your Wi-Fi plan, okay, whichever you have through AT&T, T-Mobile here in the United States, or Blackvue now offers one. You also want to, in your app, I do want to point out, I'll take a screenshot of it. Here, I'll actually, you know what, let me do a quick little recording for you to show you. So let me start the screen recording one more time. Follow along over here. Okay, when you open up your app, there's something you really need to know. Click on the top left-hand corner. You see where it has my name, everything blocked out. You want to click on that. This is where you want to set up your subscription plan. Okay, it has your email, subscription plan, next billing cycle, cameras, cloud storage, all this information. Delete account. What you need to understand is you do have to pay for the cloud service. If you're there's a basic one that you get like free amount of downloads, but there's also one that you expand on. You could change your name. Right here where it says subscription plan, click on manage. I have a smart plan, up to 3 cameras. It shows you how many cameras available on your plan. Right there, you can add 2, 3, whatever you want to do. Subscription, $11.99 per month. Extra cameras, none. You do want to add that if you're doing, the Wi-Fi portion, if you have like a fleet or anything like that. But you can do it in this setting right from your camera for subscriptions. You do need some sort of subscription plan. Now, like I said, there is a free plan for doing all this, and you can live view in through your Wi-Fi, but you're limited to how much time you can live view in, and how many gigabytes you can download over the cloud per day. All right. I think that's it. I think I covered. Let me shut this down. I think I covered everything for starting up and how to get this installed. If you have any questions for me, please drop me a comment below. Check the description of this video. I'll have a promo code to save you some money for all your Blackvue cameras, parts, SIM cards, etc. All the information that I spoke about will be down there where you can find everything. If I missed something, please point it out. Or if you're still not sure, drop me a comment. I'll try to work with you individually to see if I can help you install this. All I ask is before you go, drop me a like. Click on the little bell notification right next to that. Down here, if you would, click subscribe. Most important, last, you guys and girls all be safe. That's all I got. I'm out.